Hey, this is René, welcome back to another video on this channel, and today I want to talk about the FTMO challenge for the last time, I think, because I lost the challenge in the verification phase. So let's break this down. I just want to talk about like what happened, what did I learn from it, what would I do differently if I would start another challenge. And first of all, let's have a look at the account itself. So you can see it here. It is right now a little bit it made some profits today. There was a big winning trade in the USD Japanese yen, but of course the challenge is over. I'm still running the account to just see what happens. But since I violated the big drawdown rule, and we will have a look at this in a second, it doesn't really matter what I do in this account now. So you can see the account was below 90,000, which was the 10% drawdown limit. And yeah, this was mainly because the last few days were not really good, especially yesterday. There were also some unlucky trades where it was close to the TP. But yeah, this doesn't really help. And I want to talk about the main reasons or the main problems in a second. But first of all, let's have a look at the metrics. So let's start with the FTMO challenge, which is the first phase that you will have to succeed in order to get to the verification phase, which is the second phase. So the challenge was quite good, and it's kind of funny because the challenge phase should be the harder phase by far, because here you will have to make 10% profit with a maximum drawdown of 10% and with a maximum daily drawdown of 5%. These rules are always the same, and the account was able to reach the 10% profit in just 12 trading days. And you can see everything here, like made a little bit more than 10K. The drawdowns overall were really small and everything was really good. And in this phase, I was trading with 0.5% with every single trade. Also, we can have a look at the symbols here, and we see that nearly every symbol was doing fine. Every symbol was profitable, except for the German index, the German 40 here. And we will see the German 40 again when we look at the verification phase. Because at the beginning of this year, I started the verification phase, which is usually the easier phase, if you want to say so, because you only have the profit target of 5,000, which is 5%, and the drawdown rules like 10% maximum drawdown and 5% daily drawdown, they stay exactly the same. So yeah, I still failed this phase because it was never, like the account was never able to reach the 5%. It was really close once and then another time here, but yeah, finally, it reached the drawdown level and was even below this and just recovered a bit today. But again, at this point, the challenge was over, and we can see it here. When we have a look at the objectives, there were 38 trading days. The maximum daily loss was just 4K because I had a mechanism in the EA to stop trading at 4% loss, daily loss. So I wasn't really able to violate this rule, but the maximum loss rule was violated by a lot actually. And this was mainly because in the last few days I increased the risk, trying to make the challenge. Trying to win the challenge in the last 2 weeks, because the time was also clicking and I only had like one trading week left at this point. So if we have a look at the symbols again, we can see that the German 40 was again by far the worst market. GBP USD was also not great, but then we had some profitable markets like the US 30 and the USD Japanese yen, and Euro US dollar was not that bad. But again, German 40 was really bad, and this was the same in the challenge phase and in the verification phase. So we might have to have a look at the trades in the German 40 to figure out what happened and what made it so hard to pass the challenge. So of course I created this portfolio of EAs using the strategy tester and the MetaTrader 5, but as I always try to explain on this channel, the MetaTrader 5 strategy tester is not perfect. So if you're interested in the back test, you can just watch like the last few videos. I made a video where I tested this exact portfolio that I traded in the live stream in the strategy tester with all of these 5 charts for the last 3 years, and the results were quite good. What I now saw in the live demo trading is that if we have a look at the history, the trades sometimes, the losing trades were a lot bigger than they should be. For example, this trade was 60, nearly 10% bigger. The loss was 10% bigger or 8% bigger than it should be. And we see even worse trades like this one, which was nearly 50% worse than it should be. This one was also more than 10%. I think it's even 20% worse than it should be, because especially in the German 40, the ranges sometimes were so small, as we can see here, for example, on this day, that there was just a lot of slippage. And slippage is something that you cannot really see in the strategy tester. For example, here, there was a lot of slippage. And when the range is as small as it was here, this is really a really big negative factor, because you can see here, like the slippage was 400 points and the overall range was just 2000 points. And the distance from the entry to the stop loss was just 1000 points. So this makes the loss then 50% bigger than it should be. And also, if it would have hit the TP would have been a lot smaller, or the profit would have been a lot smaller than it should be. So this is why the results from the strategy tester cannot really be replicated in the live account. At least not like exactly. I mean, it's pretty close to the testing results, but it's never exactly the same. And yeah, also just for the verification phase, I picked a really bad period to trade this portfolio of strategies, because in this period there was a sideways or losing period also in the strategy tester, and this is just bad luck. You cannot really predict the future. So at this point, when I started the challenge, I didn't know this, of course, because nobody can see the future. And this is the big problem with challenges. It is that you only have limited time. And from my experience, you can never guarantee that you will make profit with a strategy in the next weeks or month. So it's always a big gamble if you do a prop firm challenge, and you need some luck that you pick one of the periods where your strategy can really perform. If this would be a actual live trading account without a time limit, a drawdown is always bad, but it would not make me lose the whole account or something. I could just wait a month or 2 or 3 or whatever for the account to recover. But yeah, with these challenges, you really have to go all in. You have to risk everything to make it in these 1 or 2 months and to hit the profit target. And yeah, so after all, if I look at the challenge, if I look back at the challenge, and if I want to figure out what could have gone better or what could I improve to increase the chance of passing the challenge, there's actually not a lot, because these periods, like where strategy is not winning for a month or 2, these periods are always there. And you will rarely find any strategy that you can test for multiple years without periods where it is not making profits for a month or 2. And this is why these challenges are so hard, and why prop firms make so much money with people who fail the challenge. So after all, there is not a lot that I would change if I would start the challenge again. If anything, I would probably even increase the risk for the challenge phase and also for the verification phase, I think, directly from the beginning. Because as you can see here, if I would have started the challenge with like 0.75% risk, like I traded in the end, I would have won the challenge here at this point. So it's not really about choosing the least possible risk, but it's about choosing a risk that gives you a good risk-reward ratio and that gives you a good probability of winning the challenge or verification. So these are things that I would change. But I do not think that the strategy was bad or that the markets were bad. I mean, maybe the German 40 was not the best choice because of the slippage. But yeah, in the end, it was just a bad period. It was just bad luck for the verification. And that's pretty much all I can say. Because if we just have a look at the challenge and the verification, and if we combine the performance here, it's more or less break even. So it's not like the system lost in the last 3 months. It's more like it was break even, and this is not enough to win a challenge. So yeah, this is kind of why I failed the challenge, and these are my last words on this challenge. I will probably start another challenge and do it just for myself and not, I won't make another live stream because I realized that making these live streams puts some stress on me that I normally do not have when I trade automated. Just because a lot of people watch the stream, and of course, if it's not going good, people will write comments like the strategy is bad, and without explanation, other people will read it and they believe it because this trading business is so corrupted by all the marketing guys that say that strategies have to win every week or every month, which is just wrong from my opinion or from my experience. So this is why I don't think I will make another public FTMO challenge where I stream every single day live like I did with this challenge. But yeah, for this challenge, it was important for me to do so because I started to stream everything live. So I wanted to end the challenge with a live stream every single day. So it's completely transparent and it really shows how real live trading can look like. And I didn't want to show only the good pieces, only the good sides. I also wanted to show the bad sides where it's not going great, because that's how trading is. And I think in the end, the most important thing is that you should not quit at this point, but instead figure out what you can improve for your strategy or for your overall approach when it comes to trading. And yeah, that's pretty much what I want to do now. And so in the future, I want to focus a little bit more on programming tutorials, maybe on this channel, because I think even if these are not the most watched videos, it's, in my opinion, what provides the most value and it's the best content long term. So everyone can benefit from this channel. Okay, so in the end, thanks for watching. Thanks for all the kind comments during this FTMO challenge. I really enjoyed most of them. I mean, there are always some people who do not really like what I do, but I read every single comment, and I'm just glad that most of you guys really support what I do and that you really like what I do. So thanks for following, and there will be more content in the future. So if you're not subscribed already, you should make sure to do so, and also click the like button for every single video if you like them. So yeah, thanks for watching. Have a great time. Good trades. And we will see each other in the next video. Until then, bye-bye.